Welcome and thank you for joining us. You are watching Millennium News Hour and I am Tanziba Naurin. Today we have brought top and trending news from across the nation and the world. Let's begin with the headlines. Supreme Court tosses out claim Biden administration coerced social media companies to remove content. Biden announces pardons for veterans convicted under military law prohibiting gay sex. Trump would make America's inflation crisis worse, 16 Nobel economists warn. Anti-Trump Republican Adam Kinzinger endorses Biden for president. Midwest reels from devastating flood damage with more storms set to hit. Julian Assange returns home to Australia a free man after US plea deal. Elon Musk announces birth of 12th child, third with Neuralink executive. Kenya's president withdraws tax bill after protesters storm parliament. Russia stirs secret trial for US reporter Gershkovich on spy charges. Argentina trial stirs into gun attack on ex-president Cristina Kirchner. Sinner comes in hot to Wimbledon. And Messi may skip Argentina's Copa America game versus Peru to rest. You are listening to Headlines Now News in detail. The Supreme Court has dismissed claims that the Biden administration unlawfully pressured social media companies to remove controversial content. This decision overturned a previous injunction that would have restricted government interactions with these companies. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre praised the ruling, stating it will aid the administration's efforts to work with tech companies to ensure the safety of Americans. She noted this comes after years of Republican criticism of public officials involved in such safety efforts. The court, in a 6-3 vote, decided the plaintiffs, including Republican attorneys general from Louisiana and Missouri and 5 social media users, lacked the standing to sue. Justice Amy Coney Barrett, writing for the majority, explained that the plaintiffs failed to demonstrate they were harmed by specific government actions. She pointed out that social media companies have been moderating content independently long before the alleged government coercion. President Joe Biden announced he will pardon former service members convicted of crimes due to their sexual orientation or gender identity. This action aims to correct past injustices for LGBTQI+ veterans. Biden's proclamation will pardon veterans convicted under the Uniform Code of Military Justice for gay sex. Eligible service members can receive certificates of pardon and apply to have their discharge statuses changed. Biden stated this move addresses the wrongful treatment of LGBTQI+ service members who were court-martialed simply for their identity. He emphasized the importance of dignity and decency in reflecting the values of the nation. The pardons apply to convictions from 1951 to 2013, when sodomy was criminalized under military law. While officials did not specify the number of affected veterans, they estimate thousands were convicted. The action includes deceased service members. This announcement comes as Biden seeks to strengthen support from LGBTQ voters, with a recent poll showing 68% backing him and 15% supporting former President Donald Trump. Inflation is a top concern for Americans, and former President Donald Trump claims he can help. However, 16 Nobel Prize-winning economists warned that Trump's plans would worsen inflation. In a letter organized by economist Joseph Stiglitz, the economists expressed concerns about Trump's fiscally irresponsible budgets. They cited research indicating that Trump's agenda would increase inflation. During his term, Trump approved $8.4 trillion in new 10-year borrowing, almost double that of President Joe Biden, according to the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget. Trump also wants to extend his 2017 tax cuts, which the Congressional Budget Office estimates would cost nearly $5 trillion, and has suggested further corporate tax cuts. The economists argue that tax cuts would speed up the economy when the Federal Reserve is trying to slow it down to combat inflation. They believe a second Trump term would harm the U.S. economy both domestically and internationally. Trump's proposed tariffs on China and other trade partners and his plans for an immigration crackdown could also increase inflation, according to some economists. Biden has maintained most Trump-era tariffs but has lifted some in a targeted manner. Former Republican Representative Adam Kinzinger has endorsed Joe Biden for president, aiming to attract anti-Trump voters ahead of the 2024 election. In a video, Kinzinger described himself as a proud conservative who prioritizes democracy and the Constitution. He endorsed Biden due to his strong belief in democracy and criticized Trump as a direct threat to every fundamental American value. Biden acknowledged the endorsement on X, thanking Kinzinger for putting country before party. Kinzinger has faced backlash from far-right Republicans, with Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene mocking him. Kinzinger has been a vocal critic of Trump, especially after the January 6 Capitol insurrection. He was one of 10 Republicans who voted to impeach Trump and served on the committee investigating the insurrection. He chose not to seek re-election in 2021 due to potential challenges from pro-Trump candidates. In a February interview, Kinzinger warned that a second Trump term could be devastating, with potential for authoritarian measures. Kinzinger's endorsement follows the Biden-Harris campaign's appointment of his former chief of staff, Austin Weatherford, to lead outreach to Republican voters. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your fist. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Communities across the Midwest are reeling from severe flooding that has destroyed homes, roads, and public facilities. More storms are expected this week, complicating recovery efforts and evacuations. Extreme heat is also impacting 33 million people in the southern plains, lower Mississippi Valley, and the southeast, with temperatures potentially reaching the upper hundreds. As of 6 a.m. ET, over 220,000 energy customers were without power. 24 rivers are in major flood stages, with more expected to follow. In Minnesota, entire communities were submerged. Louis Henderson from Blue Earth County watched trees and buildings wash away. A house near the Rapidan Dam, which is at risk of imminent failure, partially fell into the river. Jenny Bernice, whose family home was affected, accepted there was no saving it. The dam faces its second worst flood surge since 1965. Despite the danger, locals have been taking photos near the dam. In South Dakota, aerial footage showed houses underwater and roads destroyed. Kathy Roberts from McCook Lake escaped with her cat and the clothes she was wearing. She described the floodwaters rising rapidly, forcing her to evacuate within minutes. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange returned to Australia a free man on Wednesday after a deal ended his long legal battle over publishing U.S. military secrets. His plane landed in Canberra at 7:37 p.m. local time. Greeted by his wife, father and cheering supporters, Assange raised his fist in celebration. WikiLeaks posted "Free at last" on X. Assange's journey began Monday when he left Britain, where he had spent over 5 years in prison fighting extradition to the U.S. He flew to the Northern Mariana Islands, a U.S. territory, and pleaded guilty to conspiracy under the Espionage Act. Assange's guilty plea marked the end of a saga that started over a decade ago when he published classified documents that embarrassed governments and, according to the U.S., threatened national security. At the hearing, Assange acknowledged the difficulty of his case, citing conflicts between the First Amendment and the Espionage Act. As part of the plea deal, Assange was sentenced to the 62 months he had already served. He then flew to Australia, his birthplace and home. Elon Musk confirmed he has fathered his 12th child, his third with Siobhan Gillies, who works at Neuralink. Musk, 52, and Gillies, 38, welcomed their baby earlier this year. Musk denied rumors that he fathered the child in secret, saying, "All our friends and family know." Musk did not reveal the baby's name or sex. Gillies, who is Canadian, already has twins with Musk named Strider and Azure, born in November 2021. Musk, who owns the brain-computer interface company Neuralink, has children with 2 other women. With Canadian author Justin Wilson, Musk had 6 children, including twins Griffin and Vivian, born in 2004, and triplets Sky Saxon and Damien, born in 2006. Their first child, Nevada, died of sudden infant death syndrome in 2002 at 10 weeks old. Musk has been vocal about his concern over declining global birth rates, calling it the biggest danger civilization faces. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your fist. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for global updates. In a sudden reversal, Kenyan President William Ruto announced Wednesday that he will withdraw a controversial finance bill that had sparked violent protests and a deadly government crackdown. On Tuesday, police opened fire on demonstrators storming Parliament. resulting in 22 deaths. Listening keenly to the people of Kenya who have said loudly that they want nothing to do with this Finance Bill 2024, I concede, Ruto said at a press conference. Citing widespread dissatisfaction and the loss of life, he stated, I will not sign the 2024 Finance Bill and it shall subsequently be withdrawn. The tax bill, which would have raised the cost of living, led to a month of escalating violence in Kenya. Thousands of protesters set parliament on fire, called for Ruto's resignation, and threatened to occupy his official residence. Over 200 protesters were injured during the demonstrations. Economic pressures on poorer Kenyans have been building for years. Ruto's promises to ease these pressures helped him win office in 2022. However, the unpopular tax hikes on items like egg imports and specialist hospital equipment aimed at reducing the deficit were the final straw for many. American journalist Evan Gershkovich has begun a closed-door trial in Yekaterinburg, Russia, facing charges of espionage that could result in a 20-year prison term. Prosecutors allege he gathered secret information on a Russian tank manufacturer for the CIA. The Wall Street Journal, U.S. government, and Gershkovich deny the accusations, asserting he was working as a journalist accredited by Russia's foreign ministry. Wall Street Journal editor Emma Tucker called the charges bogus and warned of an unjust conviction. The U.S. Embassy criticized the trial as politically motivated, emphasizing it lacks fairness. The Kremlin declined to comment, acknowledging the issue's sensitivity in the U.S. but downplaying its significance domestically. The trial began with closed proceedings and is expected to continue for months, with the next session scheduled for August 13. Journalists were briefly allowed to film Gershkovich before the trial, but media access during the proceeding is restricted. An Argentine court has begun the oral trial against 3 individuals accused of attempting to assassinate former President Cristina Fernandez de Kirchner in September 2022. The attack involved a loaded pistol that failed to fire, shocking the nation and prompting global condemnation, including from Pope Francis and the White House. The trial focuses on Fernando Sebag Montiel, a Brazilian resident in Argentina, who allegedly pointed the gun at Kirchner's head during a crowd gathering outside her Buenos Aires home. Also facing charges are Montiel's ex-girlfriend Brenda Iliarte and another man, Nicolas Carrizo, all charged with attempted premeditated homicide carrying penalties of up to 15 years. Kirchner, a divisive figure known for her left-wing populism within Argentina's powerful Peronist movement, was vice president at the time of the attack. Recently sentenced in a corruption case, Kirchner is appealing the verdict. The trial is expected to last about a year, with over 200 witnesses anticipated. The defendants remain in custody while defense lawyers argue the pistol was incapable of firing, and Kirchner alleges a broader conspiracy cover-up by political opponents and the courts. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your fist. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for business news. Today's New York stock close price is 17,993.79. The NYSE Composite is decreased by 57.21 points or 0.32%. Tokyo stock close price is 39,667.07. The Nikkei 225 index is increased by 493.92 points or 1.26%. Shanghai stock close price is 2,972.53. The Shanghai index is increased by 22.53 points or 0.76%. Hong Kong stock close price is 18,089.93. The Hang Seng index is increased by 17.03 points or 0.09%. Bombay stock close price is 78,674.25. The Sensex index is increased by 620.73 points or 0.80%. Let's have a look on today's sports stories. Yannick Sinner enters Wimbledon as the top-ranked player for the first time, aiming to extend his standout season with another major win after claiming his first Grand Slam at the Australian Open. Following Novak Djokovic's injury withdrawal at the French Open, Sinner became Italy's first male world number one. Despite a semi-final loss at Roland Garros, he has enjoyed a stellar year with victories in Rotterdam, Miami and Halle. It means a lot to me to be world number one, said Sinner, who credits improved serve and endurance to coach Darren Cahill. His recent grass court success at Halle prepares him for Wimbledon, though conditions will differ. With Djokovic returning from knee surgery and Carlos Alcaraz's early exit at Queen's Club, Sinner eyes solidifying his top ranking. Being number one is a dream achieved over a year, said Sinner, aiming to sustain his position amidst upcoming challenges, building on last year's Wimbledon semi-final appearance. Lionel Messi might skip Argentina's upcoming Copa America match against Peru due to a sore thigh, despite his team already securing a spot in the next round with 2 wins. During Argentina's 1-0 victory over Chile, Messi received treatment for his thigh but played the full 90 minutes, contributing actively to the team's performance. It bothers me a bit, but I managed to finish the game. I hope it's nothing serious, Messi commented, considering sitting out the Peru game for recovery. He also mentioned dealing with a sore throat and fever before facing Chile. Argentina, the world champions and tournament favorites, lead Group A with 6 points ahead of Canada. Despite not hitting top form yet, they are pleased with their steady start after the disappointment of losing their World Cup opener to Saudi Arabia. Let's have a look on today's weather forecast. Before finishing today's news, let's hear out the headlines again. Supreme Court tosses out claim Biden administration coerced social media companies to remove content. Biden announces pardons for veterans convicted under military law prohibiting gay sex. Trump would make America's inflation crisis worse, 16 Nobel economists warn. Anti-Trump Republican Adam Kinzinger endorses Biden for president. Midwest reels from devastating flood damage with more storms set to hit. Julian Assange returns home to Australia a free man after US plea deal. Elon Musk announces birth of 12th child, third with Neuralink executive. Kenya's president withdraws tax bill after protesters storm parliament. Russia stirs secret trial for US reporter Gershkovich on spy charges. Argentina trial stirs into gun attack on ex-president Cristina Kirchner. Sinner comes in hot to Wimbledon. And Messi may skip Argentina's Copa America game versus Peru to rest. That's all for today. Keep watching Millennium News Hour for latest news update. To stay updated, like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel and visit our websites. Our website addresses are www.millenniumnews24.com and www.millenniumtv24.com. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all at TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia, available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jadoo TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BT Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with us for all the latest news worldwide. Thank you.